In the previous exercise, we looked at basically a global view of the interface. Now we're going to get a little bit deeper. And to get yourself started, if you haven't already got it open, please open the nos.fxp file located in your exercise folder. The panels are sort of the heart and soul of working with this application. They come in a variety of forms. There's a layers panel. This tells you all the layers, and these layers actually come in from how the documents are set up in Illustrator, Photoshop, or Fireworks, or even inside Catalyst itself. But everything is in layers. And one of the things you really got to be aware of with layers is that it all should be properly named. The project library is where items that are going to be shared and used continually are kept. These are when you create little components like buttons and things like that, they will move into the library. Interactions, the interactions panel is where you can actually add interactions. You don't have to write any code. It's just clicking on stuff and determining what to do. And you can see that to open a panel or collapse a panel, all you have to do is just double click the panel name. New to Catalyst is the Align panel. You can now align objects on the artboard with each other. This is a great thing. And if you select an object, you'll notice that its properties all light up. And if I collapse the layers and properties panels, you can see that the properties of an object are really quite extensive. And the really interesting thing about working with the properties panel is I've selected text, but if I click on this, you notice that it changes to reflect what I've selected. So you can always know what you've got selected just by looking at the properties panel. Okay, I'm going to collapse that. Down here are three little panels: timeline, design time data, and common library. Common library contains articles that are used basically for wireframing. So if you want to wireframe up a project using components, you can use a lot of these components, and they're from Flex. Placeholders, notice you can use little placeholders here, and there are a variety of them in here. And if you want to see everything, you just click View All. This is really quite an extension of what used to be. This has become quite robust. And these things are fully editable, these Flex components. This is the cool thing about them. Timelines is where all the timelines and the interactivity happens, and we'll get into that later on. To collapse those panels, all you do is you just double click it and it will go down. Now, if you need to add panels, all you have to do is just go to the window menu and you can choose your workspace right there. You can also use the menus for a variety of things, such as changing the artboard settings, converting artwork components. You can play with timelines, your view, as you can see, and you can even go to get Catalyst help. And that's the internal help that comes with all of the Adobe applications. Now, the preferences for Flash Catalyst are over here on the Mac. You PC guys will find them at the bottom of the edit menu, but preferences, they're really not that many. You can choose your warnings, what they look like, and what language you're going to work with. And other than that, that's all you need. So there you go. There's your tour of the Catalyst interface.